Now that lumber that I bought yesterday, they call it 1x6, but in reality it's only 5.5 inches wide. 5.5 inches wide by 3/4 of an inch thick. Now if I was to take that 6-foot long piece and cut two pieces out of it, 29.25 inches long, and join them together like this, I could turn that into a backboard for the clock that would be shaped something like this, and it would kind of have that Frisian tail idea. Now, before I actually came up with this size and shape, I first drew the dial, which is 8 inches in diameter, with the pendulum, rod and the disc and everything proportionate. And then I was able to go from there, as long as I kept in mind that my lumber was only 5.5 inches wide, and I only had 6 feet of it. Well, it's daylight savings time, and I haven't turned this clock ahead. Right now it's actually 2:30. Yep. When I was working at the Winnipeg Bus Depot, I started back in '73. At that time there was a fellow who had been already there for a couple of years, and he was about the same age as me, and he was huge into HO trains. Apparently his basement, I never did get to see it, but his basement was wall to wall HO train stuff. And apparently he was pretty good at it. And it was apparently pretty impressive. And in the early years, that's all he would talk about, is when he retired, he was going to just be down in the basement and play with his trains, he used to say, and then he'd kind of smile. And when it came time that he could retire, he didn't. He just stayed on and on and on, and he was there long after I retired. And I thought that was really strange, but thinking about it later, I realized that he actually wasn't talking very much about his trains the last few years. And looking back now, I realize his interest had changed. About 6 years ago, just behind the camera there was some of us woodworkers sitting there and we're having coffee. And one of the guys is a little bit older than me. And he had a little workshop in his basement, and he was pretty good at what he did. Anyway, I said something to the effect of, I guess you'll be anxious to start your next project. And he says, no. He says, actually, what I want to do now is I just want to sit in the sun. And then he pretended that he was sitting in the sun and basking in the sunshine. And I thought, that is so strange. Well, I'm finding I'm slowing down a little bit like that. The reason I'm telling you all this is because this clock project, for the free draw, about all I did today was I got the template drawn up for the Frisian tail design. Normally something like this would only take me a week, 10 days. I just want you to be forewarned, this free draw, it could go on for a month. I'm not discouraged. I haven't lost interest. I'm just slowing down. All I got to do today is cut my walnut into couple of 29-inch lengths, and then pass the pieces over the jointer there, and then glue them together. But I just don't feel like doing it anymore. This morning when I first got up I did, but I don't anymore. So I'm going to have to leave that. Anyway, I think that's about it for today. So thanks for watching, and all being well, we'll see you tomorrow.